All right, guys, let's talk about this 50-year mortgage that's being announced now, and let's see who wins with it. So, first of all, I want to address whether or not it ever ends up happening. I am firmly against you ever taking a 50-year mortgage, regardless. I've seen so many commentaries and so many videos of people talking about, yeah, but you're saving $200 a month, and if you were to take that $200 and invest it in an index over those 30 years, then all this money you would have. Well, let me tell you something, you're not going to do that. If you were going to do it, you would already be doing it now. You don't need to take out a 50-year mortgage to be able to put away that $200 a month, right? You can just do that now. In the end, the savings on a 50-year mortgage, it ends up being, I did a few calculations with different price points, 100 grand, 300 grand, 500 grand. It works out to about 5% of the payment, which is a very small percentage of the payment to think that you're adding on 20 more years, which is essentially all interest, because you know the way an amortization schedule works, right? Which is why we love them on the other side, and we'll talk about that in a second, using this for slow flips. However, it is not a good deal in any means. You know, I believe in free and clear, so regardless of the term you get, I'm saying we're putting extra to the principal till we get it free and clear. But let me tell you something that popped into my head when I saw that they were announcing this new thing that they're working on, putting it out, allegedly to make housing more affordable, which in my opinion, it is not to make it more affordable, it's just to enslave you longer. But it reminded me of a conversation I had one time, which is why I wanted to share it with you, at a blackjack table. So I was playing, I think I was at Atlantis if I remember correctly, and I was playing blackjack, and I play and I know all the basic strategy and basic rules. But the question came up when the dealer has an ace showing and they ask, would you like insurance? And I never buy insurance when a dealer has an ace showing. However, I was getting along with the dealer, and so I said to the dealer, I said, let me ask you a question. Do you buy insurance when you play? And his answer was fantastic, and I loved it, still repeat it to this day. He said, let me give you a little piece of advice. Don't ever buy anything the casino offers you. Anything at all that we come up with, a new bet, a new way, a new strategy, or insurance, anything like that. Anything we offer you, the answer is no. And in the way he proceeded to talk about it, which I use in many scenarios now, he says you can't think that they had a board meeting or a strategy session and came up with this new program or new bet or new offering for you so that they can make less money. They do it all so they can make more money. So anytime we offer you anything, the answer must be no. Well, that's how I feel about this 50-year mortgage. They're coming up with a new strategy for you to make it more affordable, get you in the door, but really it's just long-term enslavement. The same conversation has come up multiple times when we talk about you're at a cash register somewhere, right? I'm going to make it up, you're at Macy's, and you're spending $500. And then what does the girl tell you when you're checking out? Well, if you fill out this card, we can give you 10% off right now. You'll save $50. Well, that seems like a great idea. And I always tell people exactly what that guy told me. I said, you don't think that they had a board meeting at Macy's and came up with a plan to make less money. They came up with this plan to entrap you and ensnare you so they can make more money, right? So even though they're pitching you'll save 10% right now, the answer has to be a hard no. Well, the same is going to go for if they end up offering a 50-year mortgage. I'm sorry, hard no. We want it paid off. We want this stuff free and clear. But now let's flip this all around on its head and let's talk about how does that work for me as a slow flipper? Different strategy, different idea, because as a slow flipper, we are on the sell side of that mortgage, which maybe now is 30 years, maybe it's 40 years, maybe it goes to 50 years, right? Well, on the sell side, hey, 50 years sounds like a fantastic idea. Rather than it being paid off in 30, it turns into 50. So why would we use this and when would we ever use it? Odds are we wouldn't. But I can think of a scenario where it would be useful or beneficial for us. And that is the scenario of we have an agreed upon price and we have an agreed upon monthly payment. But now as we're working it up, we are exceeding our interest limits that we're allowed. Most states it's 12%, some states it's higher, but most states that we operate in, 12% is the threshold that we can charge for interest and still stay compliant with all the laws, right? And so that was the only issue where I was thinking if we had an agreed upon price and agreed upon monthly payment, but when we put it into our calculations, it came up with 12.9% or 13%. That might be a scenario where we can now push it to a 35, 40, or 50-year mortgage on the sell side to make our interest rates compliant. And now it doesn't mean our buyer can't just refi us out in 3 years or sell the property or do whatever he was going to do with it anyway. The sole purpose of it is not for him to be paying you for 50 years. It is so that we can stay compliant with the law until such time then as they refi or turned around and sold the property. Anyway, just thoughts that were popping in my head. I've been reading articles all day about this proposed 50-year mortgage, and then I've seen a bunch of people's posts and videos, and it's interesting to me because most of it is based around what you could do with that 5% compounded over 30 years. You'd still have 20 years left, but you'd have more. And all of that is true. I never argue on math, right? Because math is definitive. There is no opinions in math, right? So everything that they're saying is true. However, what's always left out of it is humans, right? You have to take that 100 or 200 or whatever that difference is a month, and then you have to invest it into, and I always go back to, I said, well, if you're not doing that now with whatever other money you have now, you're not going to do it then. And this is just going to drag on. Basically, you're renting. If you have a 50-year mortgage and you're paying it as prescribed, right? You're not paying extra on the principal, you're basically renting. It's 50 years before you're going to have any payment paid off on that thing. So just my 2 cents. Wanted to share that with you. I've been seeing a lot going on with this 50-year mortgage, so I wanted to share my opinion of it with you. Absolutely 100% against it on the buy side. I think it may turn into a strategy on the sell side, especially for keeping our interest rates compliant. But for right now, we're going to stick where we are, and we'll see what ends up happening. Thank you guys for watching. Have an absolutely fantastic day, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon.